All right. Hey, so I haven't done this in a while actually. Um, I actually don't know why. No, I okay. I just missed last week, but I actually don't know why I missed last week. I'm 90% sure it was because of laziness. Maybe I was didn't have time, or maybe I forgot, and then was lazy on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and all the other days when I should have done it and made up for it. Um, but hey, it's whatever. Um, you missed one. It's fine. I'm here now, which is what matters. It's 10:14 p.m. April 14, 2021. PogChamp. Jesus Christ, I just said PogChamp. Um, what's been up? Well, I don't know if I've talked about it last time. Let me check. I know I talked about having employment training and like doing that. I know I remember doing that. Um, what I uh don't remember is actually um yeah. So what? So this was 12 days ago. So yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Uh, I I remember talking about getting myself into pre-employment training. So I actually did it for a week now, and I'm getting paid in 2 days, which is cool. Very good to know that I'm getting paid for 32 hours of work, which isn't technically work. It was more like just doing modules and stuff. And it relatively took like I'd say 3 to 4 hours every day for 5 days. So and got paid for six, which is nice, kind of cool. Um, so yeah, this week though it's a little slow. They're playing. They need they're doing something with a third party software, and they need my login. They need to get my logins, and it's taking a couple of days. So the person asked me to do some job searching. So I haven't been doing that. I got to do that real quick. Been playing a lot of Stardew Valley though this week, which is cool. Oh, yeah. I'll talk about the Stardew Valley later. Actually, I'll talk about it now. What am I doing? I already mentioned it. So yeah, play some Stardew. With Lara. Decided to you know talk with people again. Start to reach. She was the first person I feel like I wanted to reach out to, because I feel like there's a lot of people that I haven't talked to in a long time, and I think it's good to check up on people and check up on how people are doing. So yeah. Um, yeah, it's cool. Um, Another thing, I yeah, I guess that's an update. Um, I got shoes. Bog, look, I got running shoes finally. I spent $130 for this. You know, thinking about it, kind of a lot of money, but that's fine. Um, it wasn't a lot of money, but it's for a long time I didn't think I was the type of person to spend a lot of money on shoes, and I just buy like cheap knockoff shoes because it's just shoes, it's just like a piece of rubber around your foot. But for running, I actually really needed something that was functional and would actually fit well. So got myself extra wide shoes, which is I tend to have wide feet for my size. So I got extra wide shoes, which is fine. Which was great actually. So for the first time in running for a long time, I didn't get shin splints. I did get sort of a little pain or soreness on my thigh area, but I think that's just soreness from running and not necessarily anything to do with bones, which is like or whatever. Like shin splints felt like actual pain. It was almost hard to get through and fight through. But this is just a matter. The last time I went on a run, it was the first time I went on a run like outside for a while. So it was more of a matter of like my actual cardio holding me back, not any pains and stuff like that. So it was actually cool. I'm kind of glad. I'm really excited to go out there and run again, and instead of pain, and instead of like sharp pain being something that stops me, it might be that slows me down. It might be, my actual limits, my actual, cardiovascular limits, and I'm quite excited to, push through those type, not push through them, but actually like, challenge those and go outside my limits a little bit, and push myself a little bit every time. So yeah, I'm excited to see what I can do. So yeah, these shoes are actually meant for long distance running. It's Asics Gel Nimbus 22. Asics is an actual running shoe company that deals with this sort of stuff. So I'm quite excited about that. What else? So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Other than that, like, I guess I should talk about my mental health. I haven't been really paying much attention to it. I did, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, I don't know if like there wasn't anything out of the ordinary. There wasn't anything out of that was something that really needed to be paid attention. There were a few moments where, obviously, a few days where I felt a little anxious, but this week has actually been really good. Especially with the whole employment training thing, it was like a really it was a scheduled thing. Like I was like, okay, I'll wake up, I'm gonna do this. Other than that, what else have been up? I haven't been getting good sleep. I'll be honest with that. I've been staying up. I've been either watching it. I don't have the melatonin bottle to save me this time, so I actually have to rely on good sleep habits, good sleep environment to do that. Um, yeah, I really need to get that in check, because as I feel like that's like the foundation, and the one of the most important things. It starts off your day right, so I definitely need to get that under control. Not that it's under, not that it's like, I don't know. It, I don't know. It's weird, but anyway, what's been happening? Well, oh, there's something I actually really want to talk about. Um, Something that I've been really anxious about. So here's, it's a hair problem. I don't know if part a part of me feels like I'm losing hair, because from this angle, there's like this little slit there, and I've been noticing that. I'm like, why is that there? That wasn't there for a long time before. And look, if you can tell, uh, it feels like I'm losing hair right here, and that is worrisome. Because I'll show you my hairline here. Um, I don't know if this is anything out of the ordinary. I really can't tell. This is a newish haircut that I kind of get, but look, like that worries me right here. Kind of pulling back a little at the end, and maybe I'm a little exaggerated about that, but yeah, it's been, I've been kind of noticing every time I pass a mirror, I kind of look at that. Um, I mean, it's not that I'm surprised, really. Like, I'm not shocked, because I know my dad's kind of like, um, you know, had that sort of hair issue when he was young-ish. So I just figured I didn't have it too. I just didn't think it was this early on. So it was a little bit of a shock. I didn't think like, and I was kind of annoyed, because it's like, I was thinking about it as like one more thing to be, it's one more thing for me to be anxious or insecure about. And I was quite frustrated, and I was like, dude, what do I do about that, right? But I don't, I could be overreacting, and I could be over noticing it, and it could just be like my mature hairline, growing, and it's not actually that bad. Like, it could be a lot worse now I'm thinking about it. But what I'm worried about is whether this is the start of something worse, some start of something bad. Um Start of my hair loss and balding. Um so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like it's scary, very anxious. It makes me very anxious. It also makes me feel more insecure. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. There's like something. It's like it's almost like something I can't control, right? Something I can't really influence. Yeah, sure, I can try all the hair products and try my best to slow that. But I feel like that's a lot of, I don't know. One thing I think one thing I'm more scared about is having this, having some sort of hair thing take a lot of my mental energy away. A lot of take a lot of my occupy a lot of space in my mind, and occupy a lot of negative space in my mind. That's one thing I don't want. I don't want to be constantly worrying about that and always be, um, trying to think of ways to cover it up and shit. Like that's not what I want to do. Um, and yeah, so it's actually crazy because one of the YouTubers I used to watch a lot was Nathaniel Drew, and he went bald, and that's actually kind of crazy because it's like he was losing hair, and obviously it's like a common thing between people my age. It's like it's a lot of it happens. Oh my god, why does it look like this eyebrow is darker than this one? But it's clearly just lighting. Because what the that's trippy, bro. That's trippy. That is trippy. Anyway, um, so yeah, I don't know. That's not something I really wanna. Again, that's not something I wanna worry about. That's not something I wanna dedicate a lot of negative energy to. Not that I want to dedicate a lot of negative energy to anything, but yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I don't know if there's much really to talk about it. Other than that, you know, I'm growing up. Unfortunately, this might be one of the things that I'm gonna have to face. But there's a lot of better things. I'd rather have a balding head than, yeah, to put things in perspective. I'd rather have a balding head than have um like a like chronic illness or cancer. So I suppose not that bad. And all putting things into perspective like that. But yeah. Um, at the same time, though, I get why I'm nervous about it. I get why I'm anxious about it because it is my physical image, and to me, how I look to other people does matter a little bit. Not, I suppose, not as much as it should, but I get it. I get why I feel that way. So I'm not. It's not like I'm self-critical in that way. Like I get it. Um, what else? I uh, I also want to talk about like one of the modules on my cognitive behavioral therapy was avoidance of things, of doing things, even good habits, because it might make me a little bit anxious. One of these This is one of those things that make me feel anxious from time to time, and make me feel temporarily anxious to talk about stuff. Um, Especially when I'm talking about things that might be upsetting me or things like that. Like I feel like subconsciously put it off, like not do that on that day. And despite it being on my schedule, despite it being on my to do list, I look at like the things like video log, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do that. And I always wondered, like, what about it that you don't want to do? Because most of the time it's only 20 minutes, and if I really wanted to, if I really didn't want to have much to say, it'd be like 10 minutes, and there you go. Just a couple updates, whatever I've been up to, that sort of thing. And that's fine, 10 minutes, that's it. And I see that pattern a lot of the times, like meditation. I know that meditation might be making me anxious because that means I have to look at my mind. I have to notice what I'm thinking and notice what's happening in my brain. And yeah, so that's a lot of uh I see that a lot. I see that pattern a lot in a lot of the things that I'm trying to do, uh mainly meditation and even reading. I think part of it is because I don't like the stillness. I don't like the quietness of it all because I'm so used to playing video games and being constantly stimulated. And one thing that um really makes me anxious about reading books is not anxious. It doesn't make me anxious, but I feel like subconsciously I know it will make me a little bit anxious, or at least at the very least there's a possibility that it will. So I tend to put that off as well. There's also the sleeping, like sleeping without TV on, sleeping with a TV show on, sleeping without something distracting me, so I can peacefully go to sleep. That makes me anxious. So yeah, I think I think I think I definitely think there's a lot of things, there's a lot of avoidance there. I see that pattern a lot, and I get it. I get why it's there. Obviously, I don't want to be anxious, so I just naturally sort of have that pattern of thinking, so, which is fine. But anyway, what was I was talking about something. But yeah, I think it's natural to not want to do those things. I think what I should notice, I don't know. I obviously I know that I should be more accepting of that, accepting of anxiousness and my anxiousness. Even if I gotta realize the thing that I'm doing, like reading and meditating and doing this, is good for me. Things like this is actually good for my anxiety. Sure, it might provoke, or not provoke, but sure it might um sure there's the possibility that I might be anxious doing those activities. At the same time though, all of those activities are a all of those activities are there for me to build those habits in order for me to live a better life, to not be so scared, to not be so anxious. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of I definitely feel a lot of that in my own head. And it's like, wow, I avoid a lot of things. So I don't know. It's good that I know that now. I just don't know where I should go from there. You know, does acknowledging that make me instantly? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I do from here. I acknowledge the problem, which is obviously the first step, knowing that it's there. But apart from that, and it is actually like sort of uncommon for me, you know, knowing a problem but not knowing how to solve a problem. Usually, I try to think, but this is such a non-practical or abstract way. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like this won't require a simple solution like do this 10 times, like, you know what I'm saying, like this won't require a simple solution like do 10 push-ups. That won't do anything. I feel like it requires a sort of, I feel like that's what maybe the simple solution. I don't know. Maybe it's just me copying out an answer here, but something like mindfulness practice, right? Um, maybe the cop out answer is that's the reason for meditation, is to notice these things and notice as these things are happening, and notice myself subconsciously. I know it's almost impossible to notice the subconscious, but I don't know, actually. I'm not an expert. um, but I feel like oh, I'm losing my train of thought here. I feel like that's what I'm sorry. I just remembered. I feel like that's what mindfulness meditation or practice, my meditation practice is for, right? To notice these things and notice as I uh feel like I want to not do something because it makes me anxious. But the problem with that is the reason why I'm not I feel like one of the big reasons why I'm so inconsistent with my meditation practice is because of that very reason. Like I know that it will make me anxious. It'll make me feel a certain way, or at the very least make me notice things that are happening. Not necessarily that meditation makes me anxious, but meditation, I notice my anxiety more, and I'm made aware of my anxiety more at that very moment when I am meditating. So yeah, which is obviously a good thing, which is obviously like, being aware of these things is good and not avoiding that. And I feel like that is the solution, right? If my problem is I'm avoiding things too much, the solution would be like, don't avoid things, right? I know that sounds so dumb, and it sounds almost too simple, which it probably is, and it probably will require a lot of self-reflection and things like that. But I think that is generally the simple equation there. In order to solve the problem of avoiding things too much, I probably should make an effort not to avoid things, meaning I do my meditation, meaning I accept and know that although reading might be a challenge for me in terms of anxiety and stuff, I'm still gonna do it, and I'm gonna remind myself that these activities might give off a little bit of anxiety, but that's at the end of the day, it's what I need, and it's what I actually require. So yeah, that's good. Other than that, we're good. I think I'm good there. Wow, I was not expecting to have that conversation. I didn't realize that was such a. That's why I always like, I like these talks, man. I get to explore ideas that I thought I would never have. So yeah. Speaking of meditation and mindfulness, I actually got a new idea for YouTube. Since I just uploaded the anxiety video last time, I wanna do an experiment. I wanna do I wanna do meditation practice, mindfulness practice in Valorant. In Valorant, and the reason why I think this is a good idea, or might be a good idea, is because it Valorant's a popular thing. um, might get some views, who knows, but I shouldn't make the video based off on that. But I generally think, wow, it's a good thing. I don't see it, like I always tend to search it up, like how can I be mindful and meditate during gaming. And I know that's such like a it's almost like a eating on the treadmill type thing. It's like it's kind of contradictory in a way. But either way, I want to try it out and see the actual results. Um, yeah. But yeah, I think I was like, I feel like that's a good idea, right? Making content that I feel like I never got, like that I actually searched up for, but I never got that. So yeah. Um, I want to do that. I want to be able to use meditation. I want to be able to use that, and it's like I know that some of my friends are already aware of my YouTube channel and all that, so I think it's a good way for me to express my passion, I guess, for things like meditation. See what I mean? Like this, but it's like is that just this haircut? I don't know, man. Look at that. I don't know. It sounds so. I know it sounds so dumb, but because if I have it like this and it's like that, is that that's not even that bad, right? It really isn't. Now I'm thinking about it, man. I'm overthinking it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't. Fuck. That's annoying. Like I said, that's annoying. Not something I really want to talk about or think about. I mean, but yeah. That's a good YouTube idea that I want to do. I feel like it's a good idea. I feel like it's unique enough that I'm not really copying others, and that's always been a sort of issue with my content ideas. I feel like I take a lot of inspiration from other content creators, and I don't copy. Obviously, I put my own twist into it, but at the same time, it's like the things sort of topics that I'm doing, sort of already talked about. I wanna bring something new to the table. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So yeah, I'll obviously I'll have to actually do the experiment first and like actually try to figure out the logistics of it first before you know already getting so excited and anxious. And I feel like yeah, it's good. Anyway, I want to take a shower. I feel a little jittery. I feel like to go take a shower, relax. But yeah, this was good. This is good. I'll see you guys till see you guys next time.